Most people think it takes decades to build real wealth. I've made over $700,000 with the side hustle in just 2 years while working full time as an engineer. And I'm about to break down exactly how I did this, all the mistakes I made, the systems that actually worked, and why keeping my day job was the smartest decision I ever made. If you're tired of being broke but don't want to take stupid risks, this is for you. All right, my name is Mohammed Keita, and yeah, I built a $700,000 digital products business in under 2 years. But here's the thing, I kept my engineering job the entire time. That may sound a little weird or crazy because typically online business entrepreneurs you come across tell you to quit your job, go all in, follow your dreams. That's not me. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm a first generation American. My parents immigrated to the US from Mali, West Africa in the 90s. And growing up, we did not have a lot. All right, we were poor. We stayed in the same apartment for over 17 years. I shared a bedroom with my two younger brothers up until I left for college, the whole 9 yards. And as the oldest son, I was told since I was 3 years old that eventually it would be my responsibility to take care of my parents, maybe even my siblings, on top of my own wife and kids. A lot of pressure. So once I started making real money, you know what I did? I kept my foundation super solid. I understand something that most entrepreneurs you'll see online don't. Get security first, then build wealth on top. And I'm about to show you why this mindset has made me way more money than if I would have quit and gone all in. And to be honest, if I can do all this while working 80+ hour weeks and supporting my family, you can do this too. So we're gonna start off with 2020. I'm 23 years old. I've graduated with my bachelor's and my master's. I'm working my big boy engineering job, but I'm also working two other jobs. I'm doing grocery deliveries Monday through Friday after my 9 to 5 for 2 to 3 hours per day. And I'm working at Zara, the clothing store, Saturday and Sunday, 6 to 8 hours both days. So over 80 hours a week I'm working. And I'm barely saving $800 a month because I need to financially support my family. So this is an era where I'm stressed, right? I'm doing the financial calculations. I've always been money minded, and I'm not seeing how I'd be able to support my own family, right? My wife, my kids, and I've always wanted to be married since I was young. But I'm like, it's not working out. How am I going to help my parents and support my wife and provide how I want to? I'm telling my mom, I don't think I want to have kids. I don't think I'm going to get married because I'm stressed out of my mind financially. And if you're African or if you have immigrant parents of any kind, you know, immigrant moms do not like that sort of talk. So she's yelling at me. We're arguing because she's not understanding where I'm coming from at all and saying, you've got to get married. That is what you will do. So I'm stressed. I'm stressing out my mom, and I realized something's got to change. I have to get out of this. So after trying and failing at a couple different side hustles, I found out about the vending machine business and went full force. I had about $5,000 saved up and started cold calling all the local businesses in my area. And after about 3 to 4 weeks, I finally closed on a location, put a vending machine in there. I checked on it a week after, and there was money in there. Bro, that blew my mind. That really was the first time I realized you don't need a job to make money. I documented my entire vending business journey on Instagram, and after scaling it to about $10,000 per month, a lot of my followers were asking a lot of the same questions, basically asking how they could start a vending business themselves. So instead of continuing to answer them, I decided to put together a guide. Before I actually wrote out the guide, I put up a pre-sale to see if people actually wanted this. So I created a pre-sale for $5, and in the first week, I sold over 200 copies. At this time, I only had about 900 followers. I didn't even crack 1,000 followers on Instagram. When I actually wrote the guide, it was a 15-page guide that I wrote in one night. I sold it for $10, and in the first month, I made over $7,000. And by the way, if you want to see all the behind-the-scenes numbers and exactly how I built this while working full-time, follow me on Instagram at MohammedKeitaHQ. I share the real process daily. But let me keep going. All right, so after making $7,000 my first month selling a digital product, my ebook, the second month I made $17,000, and the third month I made $30,000. All that from the same ebook that I wrote in one night for free. And the craziest part is that I was only spending 6 to 8 hours a week on this business. I know I spent more than 6 hours a week watching Netflix and TV shows. I know you probably spend more than 6 hours a week watching Netflix and TV shows. Now, for the next 12 months, I was hitting $30,000 per month consistently from just selling digital products. I didn't try to scale to $100,000 per month. I didn't try to go viral. I just focused on systems, automated DMs, email newsletters, and batching content creation on the weekends. And you know what I did with that money? Saved and invested all of it. I did not upgrade my lifestyle crazy. I did, though, quit doing grocery deliveries and quit working at Zara. But outside of that, I wasn't picking out fancy cars or trying to live in a high-rise apartment. I still, to this day, even drove my beater of a 2006 Chevy Cobalt. I wasn't buying a whole bunch of new clothes. I wasn't taking vacation trips every other month. I stuck to the plan. I saved and invested 90% of all my income. By year two, the business was basically running itself. I had created a couple new products, created templates, upsells, automated systems. That year alone, I made over $400,000 working maybe 6 to 8 hours a week. Total over 2 years was over $700,000. So here's what I mean by that. My engineering job kept my foundation solid. My engineering salary paid my bills, supported my family, and gave me health insurance. That meant every dollar from my side hustle could be reinvested or saved. If I would have quit and tried to live off my business income alone, I wouldn't have been able to save nearly as much, and I probably would have ended up making bad or desperate business decisions. Outside of keeping my day job, here are 3 other major keys to my success. Number 1, I chose digital products over everything else. Physical products come with a lot. All right, you need storage space. You need a way to track your inventory. You've got to constantly order and buy new product. With vending locations, as you grow and get more locations, you've got to drive out to the different locations yourself and restock the machines or hire an employee and manage them. As you scale, it gets harder and more complex. Whereas with digital products, you can make a product for free and sell it forever. Right? It's infinitely scalable with zero additional cost. And you can create multiple products, again, for free and sell them again and again and again. You don't have to worry about inventory or anything like that. Number 2 was that I focused on systems, not hours. Most people think in order to make more money, you have to put in more hours. But instead of doing that and sticking to that employee mindset and framework of thinking, I automated as much as I could so I could get my time back while still making more and more money. Number 3, and I'm going to repeat myself here, I reinvested everything. Most people, after hitting their first 5 or 10 or 20K month with a side hustler business, will start shopping for luxury clothes, luxury cars, looking for a high-rise apartment to move into. I avoided all of that. Right? I avoided lifestyle creep like my life depended on it because it pretty much did. I invested pretty much everything into index funds and even a real estate property. And that's why I'm now 29 years old with the $500,000 liquid net worth and a cash flowing rental property. The biggest lesson, security doesn't kill dreams, it funds them. Having a stable income from my 9 to 5 allowed me to take calculated risk, think long term, and build something real. Most entrepreneurs fail because they're desperate. I succeeded because I wasn't. So that's exactly how I built a $700,000 digital product business while keeping my 9 to 5. And to be honest, this is just the beginning. So now you've got 2 options. Option 1, you can take everything I just shared, try to apply it yourself. You might succeed, or you might join the 95% that start but never finish. Option 2, follow me on Instagram at MuhammadKHQ. I break down all the real numbers, real systems, real processes. I post content daily showing exactly how all of this works. If this helped you, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment with your biggest question about building a side hustle while working a 9 to 5. I read every single comment. Remember, your 9 to 5 is not a prison. It's a foundation. Use it to build real wealth.